guys and gals. We have been busting tail on the old Rustang. As you can see, we got her back on the rack. We actually have a trunk lid that actually shuts now. Huh? How about that? It's like the first time this car's had a trunk lid and that shut for, well, since the four-wheeler. That's, yeah. Anyway, so we're not looking at that guy. Anyway, so we're not working on this part tonight. Not tonight, because we got ADD and distracted really good. Old Dad made a blooper. So, I know that's a shocker, right? Yep, we decided we're getting rid of the rest of the rust on, you know, what used to be known as, formerly known as the rustang. So we went ahead and cut it out. And then originally this whole piece here, this whole fender, wraps around the inside of this inner fender. I thought that I did the exact same thing there. I'm gonna say it, I did it. And the reason why I did it is because whenever you open the door, it wouldn't have been rounded. I'm not planning on taking these fenders off. Not only that, I mean, that's the way it's supposed to go, right? So yeah, I rounded it. And well, let's just, in a measure of good faith, I'll just show you what not to do. Okay, let's see. Can you see it? You can see it now. Okay. Ignoring that can right there. I spray painted all this also with rust treatment, and then I hit it with the Rust-Oleum white spray paint. Why white? Because we're not painting it white, that's right. So anyway, I fit the panel up, and bada boom, bada bang, to bang. I lined her up, I cut it to fit, and it's too short. But, have no fear, fender flares are here. So it's going to cover my blooper, and it's going to look absolutely fine. So we're not worried about it anymore. But still, just beware whenever you buy the cheap panels. These are the cheapest you can buy. I promise you that. One, you're going to have to separate the original fender, inner fender, from the, excuse me, from the daggone thing here. Usually they're drilled, or I'm sorry, they're welded from the back side, you know. So I just like cut, and then I worked magic, popped them off, and believe it or not, most of it was rusted, so come off pretty easy. Anyway, so we went ahead and did the exact same thing to both sides, because I don't know exactly what I'm doing all the time. So I'm telling you, don't bend the corner whenever you buy these. It's not going to be gooder for your project. It'll look really good whenever you shut the door, like it'll have that natural roll around, but you're not supposed to do that apparently. I didn't know. So anyway, that's what we got going on there. And yeah. We're going to weld this guy on first. Then we are going to figure out that fender flare. Okay? So in order to get this the way I wanted it, I did really exactly what I told you. I cut. Actually, I put this over top the panel. And I actually cut twice like I normally do. I put a line exactly where you see it right there. See that cut mark right there? That's where I cut originally, down that far. That allowed me to slide this, even bent, over top the old metal. And that's whenever I got my line, and that's when I knew I was where I needed to be. So that's what's up with all that. Anyway, so now we're going to tack it in, I believe. And we're going to actually have to make a bottom bracket, and we're going to have to attach it to this right here. But before we do, make sure you're adjusting your fender first. This door is not, see that, how it sticks out? We're gonna have to massage it a little to get him back into where he's supposed to be, because it absolutely catches this fender and it should not be. So we're gonna massage on that a little bit, and hopefully we can get that to where it needs to be without catching this fender. Then we're gonna weld this guy on. What kind of hammers are we gonna use? Ball peen, sledge, rubber? No, we're gonna use some actual body hammers, I think, if I can find them. Yep. So apparently there's bolts over here. That's good. So I don't really know what to go to. I think this is my hammer box here. Hey, look, there's my fender flare I've been missing. Good. Some Allen fittings. I think that's called a dolly. Maybe. Yep. So, oh, these must be, I have no idea. I'm gonna set those right there. And my hammers are gone. So I'm going to take a minute, regroup, and try to find my daggone hammers. This is, oh, there's one. You saw it. So we're going to take, and we're just going to give him a little, we'll take the flat one. I don't know if that's correct or not. But what we're doing is we're hitting flat. If you take a ball peen, it looks like somebody already has, and they put dents in the metal, okay? That is going to cause you a lot of heartache later whenever you're trying to get this door just so-so. So a nice square hammer might be able to just to hit it flat, and it's going to equal the pressure out if you can hit it, you know, directly on the surface. Don't hit like this, hit it flat and square. And try not to catch your fender that you probably just hit. Darn it. So that looks like it's actually getting stuff done. Now, we're going to see if that, darn it. Oops, bent that piece. I want to see if that actually did anything. Huh. Dude, no more. That's a plus. All right, cool. I don't want to say it because then I curse it, but that was on the less hard side, if you know what I'm saying. And look at that. It actually, it went in quite a darn bit. I might massage down here just a skinny bit. We're going to fit our panel and see if it tries to catch it off. It does. We're going to work this down here. Like I say, we're not going to weld this until we're making sure we're not going to catch on this guy. So I'm going to take a few minutes and just like roughly clamp it up there maybe. I don't know. Because you're going to want it to slide up and fit the way, and you could probably use the clamp right there, wiggle it back, and then try to open that, and even the gap's really nice. That's not bad at all, for real. That is so unlike me. All right, well, I'm going to clamp this. If I find my clamps, there's a set of clamps. I think these ones might be actually body clamps, so I think I got them at Harvard East Freight. So let's see here. Can't see nothing there. There you go. One of these days I'm gonna get fancy and get in that box of goodies I got over there. Stuff that holds my camera. Come on, knucklehead, get up there. All right. Okay, that's not gonna work because I don't have my clamp tight enough. So, make sure you have it fitted the way that you want it to fit. And I think that's too tight, but that's okay. If you can, oh, dang it. Okay. 12 times the charm. Sorry if you guys can't see that. You know what? I'm gonna set you guys. Just stop. All right, let me set you guys like right here-ish. Is that gonna, can you see anything? Just bear with me for just a minute, guys and gals. So we're gonna try to fit that critter like this. That right there is roughly where she's gonna go. We're gonna throw the clamp right there. Oh, nope, well, okay, so, all right. Well, we discovered a little bit of problem with our cheap body panel. I know, it's amazing that it has problems, right? So, it hits, what the frig? Are you serious, bro? Don't you die on me, man. For Pete's sake. Anyway, hopefully you guys, can you like see that for 3 seconds? The bottom of the fender is hitting the body. That's an issue. So we're probably just gonna take the air wheel and hit the delete button. And then we're gonna try to fit it again because we, like I say, we want this, oh, you can't see that. Actually, that makes that fit flush there. Really close there. Man, I really kind of boogered that right there though. Darn it. Maybe I'll take a screwdriver and try to punch this. See how that's rounded? Yeah, we're gonna try to fix that just a little bit. Because if not, well, I guess part of me can live with it, but it's just not, I don't know. Let's just see if the door, man, I latched it again. We're gonna see if the door opens, and if it does, I don't know. Now I know that'll catch, but let's see. Now, let's just say we got her in position. Can you see it? All right. Now, I gotta close your door a little bit. Get it to where you think you want it. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to take the end of that thing off of there. Yeah, because that's gonna hit. I mean, just a smidgen too. But a smidgen is a smidgen too much. The door gap looks good though. Looks a little much where I kind of bent that corner in. I feel like boo-boo the fool on that one. Actually, it's not gonna, but that down here, this down here needs bent down, it looks like. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. Maybe we can, oh yeah. See that? That's probably 185% this guy's fault. So we're gonna put it in a vise. I think we're gonna put it in a vise, give it a little tickle, you know, see if we can't make it fit. Give me a few minutes. These panels are a pain in the booty to fit. The reason why I buy the cheap ones is, trust me, if you buy the expensive ones, they may fit a little better, but you have to fit every one of them. So I just buy the cheaper, and not only that, I mean, that one's our budget project, so give me a few minutes and we'll see if we can't do something with this corner and make it gooder again, all right? Okay, so here's what we got going on now. I have never used these things before in my life. I bought them because I saw them in another YouTube video, and I gotta tell you, I absolutely love them. But what in clamp set? These things are golden, pony boy. I ain't kidding you. They're kind of a little bit tricky to set up because you gotta slide this little bar. Let me just show you real quick. So this takes the place of like your pliers and all that stuff. Plus, if you notice, I did not cut this seam perfectly. Well, I mean, you can see it really good right there. See how big that gap is? It won't let you set this panel incorrectly. However you cut it, it's going to show you, hey, you didn't cut it exactly right. Which this one didn't turn out bad, and I'm not complaining, but this guy right here. So in order to do this, hopefully you can get this little piece right here back out, because as you loosen this guy, he just wants to go right out. So what I did was slid it up behind the panel and had to fit this in there, and I kept tension on it. And then all I did was simply tighten it up, and it held it in place. And it held it in place perfectly. Now these got a place to come out down here at the bottom, so I feel good about using them. I've seen people use them on quarter panels. I mean, they work. So I am absolutely a big fan of these. I was just going to do my usual clamp, hold, and like just kind of pray, but that, you know, I also kept one glove off so I could feel if it was close or not. That way, so I could either push in up here or push down, you know what I mean, make it work. So now that I got this, let's just see if that works. I don't even know. I don't know. Like, maybe it's stuck. Nope, it ain't stuck. Because that one I can reach. Then it goes down on the ground and boom, you can use them again. Now this other fella that's way back here, that might be tricky. So let's just see how that works. But make sure you tighten this all back up. Sorry guys, my camera guy is crummy. But just tighten him back up so you don't lose your little piece out of there. And now we're going to try to get this fella out of here. Hey, there it went. See? Come right out just like I thought it would. Or hoped. And then you just stick it back up in here. Like, put them right in the square just like that. Tighten it back down. And what it does is it pinches the metal. I'll show you here in a second. Hold on. That bar holds the metal in between. See how it does that? That's pretty darn neat. And like I say, it holds the panel perfect. Now, rather than bore you to death, I'm going to go ahead and finish these welds. Now I'm jumping around because I don't want to overheat the panel. I'm also, if you see this clear up here, this is where the emblem was. So I'm going to knock those out, fill them in with weld, and grind those down as well. And the reason why is I don't want those popping back up later for some odd reason. If you hit a bump, and let's just say this little metal rivet that used to say Mustang or have the little pony thing on there falls through the fender. Now you got a hole in your fender that looks like a BB gun just went crazy. No, we're going to go ahead, knock those through, weld them solid, and we're going to grind them smooth whenever we grind all of this. I did add a little healthy weld down here that you can't see because my daggone light took a poopy. Hold on. And this was also, see that guy? I added that just because of the, I wanted the fitment up here. I wanted it to fit like it was going to fit on the car when it was done. So that's why I did that weld down there as well. And it may be permanent. I may do a bracket. I'm not really sure yet. But nonetheless, we're going to finish welding this. And we're not going to finish grinding this until we get both sides done. And we're probably just going to tackle this side along with that fender flare to see what our results are going to be. And then I'll spare you guys the gory details of the exact same thing on the other side. Because as you look, whenever I tell you that I did, you know, bend the corner over and all that crap, look, I even painted that white. Why? Because I found white Rust-Oleum paint. There's the holes that I'm talking about. We're grinding those off, And if they have any nubs like this sticking through, we're knocking it through, knocking that one through, and we're welding in there. We also grabbed our antenna while we was there because it felt like the right thing to do. So, but this guy's gonna fit the exact same way as that one over there. As you can see how I notched that. It is what it is. It's all learning experiences, you know. I mean, the worst come to worst, I'd have to buy another $38, $39 panel and put it on if I didn't like how I did it. Who cares? I mean, it's all learning. So nothing, never done nothing in its never done anything in its life. So if you're doing something, you're winning. So I'm gonna finish welding all this up. I'm gonna take my time, bounce, and I might actually even start fitting the flare. There we go. So I've never done these either. I know it's a shock. So, yep. That's going to cover my bleeper of a blooper for the most part right there. And it's going to cover everything that I want it to. And it's going to look pretty darn cool, I think. Think so? I think so. Because it's going to cover where this wheel sticks out just a little bit. That's what I wanted. And it's also just going to give the car a little bit of that's not stock. You know, I don't want to go totally wild. I just want something slightly different. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. All right. So give us like, I don't know, a day or 12 and we'll come right back to it. Wish us luck. So after finding my very bright light, yep, we went ahead and finished the weld. Now we didn't finish this. This is welded solid all the way across. But this right here, the only reason why this is even ground down is because we're actually going to fit the fender on, the fender flare. Oh my God. If I haven't lost it 27 times, there it is. So what we want to do is kind of like, I had a line drawn with a marker, as you can see. I think I had it right to there-ish. And what we're going to do is spread it out. See this lip here? There's a lip, the factory lip. Now, here's the truth that I'm going to tell you. A lot of people would cut that. I don't necessarily have to, I don't believe. One, I just don't, I don't think I'm gonna have to. I won't have to worry about it. I won't have to blend this stuff in down here, or that. I don't think I'm gonna have to. I'm actually gonna tack this one on, see how it looks, and go with it or don't go with it. And I'm gonna roughly do it about right there-ish. But what I did was hold on a second. Let me see if I can show you guys. This is what I did, right, wrong, or indifferent. Where in the world's all my tripod stuff? I actually have a kit for this darn thing, and I just never use it. And then I have one that actually fits on my hat. Anyway, so let me show you what I did. And this is where I took the flapper wheel afterwards and cleaned off the area. If you don't know what a flapper is, I'll show you here in 1 second, okay? So I held it up here. I got it into spot to where I thought that I wanted. Remember right here I said that I wanted to make this fit better? That's actually gonna fit really well now. And I got it over the lip there. So, all I simply did, made it line up where I wanted it. And we drew a line from here. Oops. I kind of messed that up a little. That's okay. Darn it. Okay. I swear it went a lot easier the first time. There we go. About right here-ish. Boop. Like that. Now I'll show you guys what I got. So, this is what we roughly have here. It ends there, ends there. It's a little higher in the front, which I want, and it covers my little bleeper of a blooper right here. That's what I want anyway. So we're going to just tack test fit it, I think, and we're going to try to fit it within these lines, and we're going to see how that goes. I think it's going to actually go beautiful. I am going to put some spray rust through, weld through primer like I should have on the back side of this panel. I actually forgot. I did get the passenger side panel though, so I feel like half good about it. Sounds like somebody's like bumping on our road. I live out in the sticks too, so it's just like annoying. But anyway, I'm gonna get the weld through primer. Where did I put it? I thought I set it over here. Whenever I did this, yeah. See, I actually did spray the passenger side. And usually, I always say do passenger side first. So if you mess it up, do passenger side first in case you mess it up. See, now I gotta live with it no matter what after I spray this. And it's fine for that black line to show through. Don't worry about that guy. Just hit it, you know, okay-ish. Let that thing set for a few minutes, and then we're gonna hold it up there, and we're gonna try to stay true to this line. I might take tape or something to try to hold it. I don't know if that'll work or not. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on one side at a time. I'm gonna hold it here and tack here. Push it down and hold it. Tack one there and tack one there. And then we'll see what we look like. Does that sound cool? All right, give me like however long it takes for this stuff to do what it's doing. All right, so hopefully the camera stays put, sitting on my motor on my lift. And safety first, so we're not gonna wear gloves, but we are gonna wear the goggles, the mask, what have you, the shield, this. Now, like I said, we're gonna line it up right to there. And we're gonna fan it out roughly to where we want it. This guy right here. Hopefully you guys are a little bit better welders than Ned here. So. What happened? Okay, well, that's a weld-ish. What the frig? That's not bad. That's just a real light tack too, guys and gals. So, you know, just a real quick meat, burn it in, couple 3 or 4 spots, and you know what? I am kind of curious as a kitten. Before we continue any further, should we set it down and take a look at it? Because I think we should. Now, don't be worried about that little guy sticking out there. If nothing else, we can cut that. I probably won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna call it as is and send it. Why? Because that's why. And I don't really like the way I did that one, so we might have to smash this one out. See how it's got daylight? That's why we do tight or light little tacks. That way, so if we don't like it, we just cut it out and redo it. But honestly, this piece here is the only piece that I even have a problem with, so that's good. I mean, you can weld it But that's going to be a lot of body work too, a lot of grinding, a lot of work. Let me get some stuff out of the way, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like with this flare and it setting down. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I kind of like the way that looks. Let's just take a look, all right? Give me a few minutes. So I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but this thing looks slick. I love it. So we are going to keep it exactly there. We're probably going to fix this guy right here because I don't like that. I want a tighter weld, you know what I mean? But as far as placement, that right there is really great. And it may have something to do with the way this is actually formed. So I don't know if I'll be able to fix that, or, you know, or I might just have to throw a thicker weld in there that I really don't want to. But we'll work it in, and I think that's going to look absolutely amazing all the way around. Oh, I cannot wait. And yep, we're also going to fix where the original bolt, and it looks like we got some rust that went through right here, so we're going to cut out a square. That's how we're going to fix that guy. You know, usual rust repair. And we have one more place once we get this fender done over here, and all the fender flares right here in the door. That's the last place no, forgot. We got a little bit of rustage right there, like it cracked or something. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, we are quickly narrowing down all of the rustang's issues as far as the rust. And as soon as we get all that done, yeah, I know it's sitting in there, the motor's in there, the transmission's in there. We got stuff going on, but there's good stuff happening. But honestly, I want to wrap up all of this stuff, or at least 97% of it. That way, so I can focus all on the drivetrain and the rest of the interior, yeah, and the fuel system. But I already have these parts, so honestly what I'm doing is recouping a little bit, like financially, because old Dad has spent quite a bit on this old ride. And yeah, you know, sometimes you just need to say, okay, let's just go ahead and throw on what we got, make a couple episodes, and let's see what happens from there. So that's what we're going to do. Well, that's why we're doing all this right now, instead of, you know, let's hear this thing fire up and run, which I would love to, but we probably going to have to buy different exhaust manifolds and headers or whatever, mini shorties, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to finish up all this stuff tonight, but I just wanted to show you that's how we was doing the flares. That's how we're doing our rust repair down here. And, you know, actually and factually, even where I messed up wasn't that horribly bad. I mean, I could actually, if I wanted to, make that fit and work and be absolutely fine with it. But I'm good with this. Like I say, we might try to finagle this guy in a little more to get that a little closer to the body. And that'll make, hopefully, for a little less work later. But anyway, that's doing the old patches and the fender flares. Where's my hat? I can't end the video like this. So that's how we're going to do, or did the flares. Make sure, I was telling you guys about the flapper wheels. Go somewhere, Harmony's Freight or somewhere, get you one of these, get you some of these flapper wheels, and anytime you weld, make sure you have a nice clean surface. And these are really super quick to do it. 98.999% of the time, you're not going to burn through the metal unless you are not paying attention. And these flapper wheels actually last for a good bit too. Like, they'll take quite a bit of abuse. But this right here, this is going to take a little bit of time to mold in. So we're going to do that for the rest of the night. And tomorrow, we're probably going to finish the other side because, yeah, I got to work for a living. So anyway, hopefully this helps you guys and gals. These are the cheapest metal. I think I paid $75, 75 or 90 for all four off of eBay. And like I say, they were all cut really great. They fit. I mean, they are universal. They are not just made for a Mustang. I just want to say that. They are not just made for a Mustang. These are universal. I spread mine out to make it fit a little better. You do you. I'm gonna do me. You can trace that line, cut to where that is, and then weld this directly to it. You can do that. On this 66, I wouldn't even need to make an inner fender for it, because the inner fender don't hit until like right in here. So I could have done it that way. I chose to do it this way. Is it wrong? Is it right? I don't know. I just honestly, I didn't see a reason to honestly cut all that up in there. This car is really not going to see salt and all that kind of stuff. This is a fair weather fun car whenever we're done. It's not going to see horrible weather anymore. It's staying indoors. I'm primering all underneath. I'm going to paint it. It's going to be absolutely fine. So that's just my take on it. I'm sure everybody's got their own opinions. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this helps you. We'll see you guys next time on Right Turn Garage TV. And also, thanks to every one of you for subscribing. I appreciate the heck out of it. Hitting the likes. You're helping the show. So I appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you here next time.